Hey everybody, Mr. Music back here on the Chapter 6 review. Let's look at number 5 and number 6 now on this one. Okay, Darcy bought half a pound of cheese and 3/4 pound of hamburger for a barbecue. Use the numbers to compare the amounts of cheese and hamburger Darcy bought. Okay, so we're using 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1, 2 is for the 1/2. And the 3/4 is for the 3/4. Well, this little symbol says that this side has to be smaller than this side. So it's kind of like the last problem we were doing, if you watched that video, where half was our benchmark. So if I'm looking here, well, obviously 1/2 is equal to exactly 1/2, but 3/4, if I look at 4, the denominator, as my benchmark, half of 4, okay, so I'm breaking that 4 into 2 halves, would be 2, so 2/4. Well, is 2/4 less than 3/4 or greater than 3/4? Well, 2/4 is less, so we know 2/4 is equal to 1/2, so 3/4 must be bigger than 1/2. So if 3/4 is bigger than 1/2, 3/4 is going to go over here. And see, the open side is towards the larger fraction, and 1/2 is going to go over here. And see, now we've used the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4, and we filled it in to make a mathematical statement that's true. If we were reading this, we would say 1/2 is less than 3/4. Okay, so that's all it was asking us to do, is compare 1/2 and 3/4. All right, let me delete that. Again, if you need to go back, just go back and rewind the video if you need any of my marks. Okay, number 6. Brad is practicing the piano. He spends 1/4 of an hour practicing scales, 1/3 of an hour practicing the song, and then now for numbers 6A through 6C, so there's going to be 3 parts. Select yes or no to tell whether each of the following is a true statement. 12 is a common denominator of 1/4 and 3/4. Well, let's look. I pull out the denominator 4. I pull out the denominator 3. Okay. And then for common denominators, I'm going to find multiples, so I'm going to count by 4s. 4, 8, 12. Well, I'm already to 12, so I'm going to stop. Now I could keep going, obviously, 16, 20, but since I know 12 is the number I'm looking for, I'm going to stop at 12. Okay. Same thing with 3, 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, there it is, 12. I'm going to stop again. So, is 12 a common denominator? Well, yeah, it's here and it's here. They have that in common. So, yes. Okay, number 6B, the amount of time spent practicing scales can be rewritten as 3/12. So now I got to find scales. Okay, here's scales. And he did it for 1/4 of an hour. Can I rewrite that? Or another way of saying is that equal to 3/12? Well, let's see. I know 1 times 3 equals 3. But if I multiply the top by 3, I got to multiply the bottom by 3. Does 4 times 3 also equal 12? Yeah, it does. So, could we rewrite 1/4 as 3/12? Yes, we could, because they would be equal or equivalent fractions. So that's another yes. Excuse me. Okay, 6C, the amount of time spent practicing the song for the recital can be rewritten as 6/12. So again, now I go and find the recital. Well, that's 1/3. And I set it up the same way that I set up 6B. Can I rewrite that as 6/12? Will those be equal? Well, again, I find out, I know I can multiply 1 times 6 to get 6. But if I multiply the bottom by 6, does that give me 12? Well, 3 times 6 is 18. It should be 18, so that is not equal. So no, that is not true. Alright, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next set of problems.